How many snowflakes do you think are falling in the great blizzard of 2021, Mr. Ford F-150? 100 million? That amount pales in comparison to the massive amount of dollars the wonderful and lovely and justified EPA has fined Toyota. Welcome back, Lexurious Fleet. Today's news, when I first saw it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this could be Toyota's version of Dieselgate. What the heck is going on? And it's comical. All right, let's get into it. Over automotive news, Toyota settles U.S. emissions disclosures case for $180 million. There might be more snowflakes outside than that, but that is it is insane once you find out what these fines are for. It's not like they were cheating like Dieselgate with Volkswagen or anything. Let's get into it. Toyota Motor Corp settled a lengthy U.S. Justice Department civil probe into its delayed filing of emissions-related defect reports for $180 million. All right, so what is it for? The government said the settlement resolved Toyota's systematic, long-standing violations of Clean Air Act emission-related defect reporting requirements. I know it's a mouthful, but what do you expect? We're talking about the government here, which require manufacturers to report potential defects and recalls affecting vehicle components designed to control emissions. Nobody's safety or health was involved here. I've been covering a lot of recalls lately, whether it's airbags or the fires that have been happening in a lot of battery packs or just in any Hyundai or Kia product recently, it seems like. But this is because of a lack and a delayed reporting on potential defects on systems in the car that could help keep air clean. U.S. Attorney Audrey Strauss in New York said Toyota shut its eyes to the non-compliance, failing to provide proper training, attention, and oversight to its Clean Air Act reporting obligations. Toyota's actions undermine EPA's self-disclosure system and likely led to delayed or avoided emission-related recalls, resulting in financial benefit to Toyota and excess emissions of air pollutants, resulting of financial gain as they're claiming, which I highly doubt. Whatever gain they got was completely sucked up by the money-hungry and power-hungry U.S. government. And don't worry, we'll get into where this money is going. We'll never know truly, but we'll get into it in a little bit. So Toyota said, while this reporting delay resulted in negligible emissions impact, if any, we recognize that some of our reporting protocols fell short of our own high standards, and we are pleased to have resolved this matter. Yeah, pleased to have forked over almost $200 million to the politicians on Capitol Hill. So from about 2005 to 2015, Toyota routinely filed emission defect reports to the EPA materially late, and in many cases failed to file such reports at all until self-disclosure of non-compliance in 2015. And of course, the government initially saw a substantially higher civil penalty from Toyota. And this $180 million fine is the largest civil penalty for violation of EPA's emission reporting requirements. Not failing to meet the emission standards, that's something altogether, but just failing to report on how the government wants you to report. Yeah, I understand, you got to abide by the rules, but are these rules really serving anyone? Especially when the fines are going to go to the government directly, to line the pockets of the politicians. To wrap things up, the Toyota case, however, contains no allegations of emissions cheating. It has nothing to do with actual dirty air. So the Clean Air Act reporting requirements requiring Toyota to do it a different way or a more timely manner than they did from 2005 and 2015. So I was thinking, where the heck do all these fines go, not only from the EPA or the NHTSA, yeah, as well as any other fines collected by the government? Where does all this go? So I dug into this just a little bit. Going over to NBCBayArea.com, I believe this article is from, 2017, February 7th, 2017. So about 4 years ago now. Man, 4 years ago, 2017, what is happening? Time goes so fast. Anyways, when Fiat Chrysler reached an agreement with the NHTSA over its response to recalls and agreed to pay $105 million civil penalty, that money went to the U.S. Treasury for general use. That's where this money is going to go. US Treasury for general use, and then our wonderfully voted in politicians get to decide what to do with that money. So there you have it. Toyota is not making the air any more dirty than any other company out there per se, but just because they weren't reporting correctly, they get hit with almost $200 million in fines, and that goes straight to Capitol Hill. All right, moving forward, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. It gets me riled up, that's for sure. I mean, it's not my money, but the fact that you can get fined for millions doing silly things. Anyways, Mazda kills a CX-5 Skyactiv diesel in the United States. Well, now it's official. We haven't seen it since the 2019 CX-5, and this 2.2 liter turbo diesel is gone. However, we know that they're working on a 3.3 liter turbo diesel inline 6. Potentially that could be the same engine Toyota is bringing with the Land Cruiser. That's just hearsay. However, 3.3 liters for both of them, whether it's a Toyota or Mazda, for diesels are coming in the near future. But yeah, diesel came way too late. I remember being excited about it in the early 2010s, so maybe like 2012, 2013. I got really excited because in other markets around the world, they had manual diesels and like the Mazda 6 wagons that of course we don't get the diesel or the manual, but this is like 10 years ago. Yeah, the diesel came here 10 years too late, and it sold for 1 year in the CX-5. Yeah, rest in peace diesel, but who knows? They could potentially bring back that inline 6 or bring back the diesel through the inline 6. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope on the diesel, guys. Diesel is one of the greatest gifts known to mankind. Anyways, last article here. Production Nissan 400Z patent renderings unearthed. So we know exactly what it looks like without any paint on it or finishings, etc. This is the vehicle, so let's just flip through here. You can see the door handles look awfully similar to the current door handles in the 370Z. They filled that large whale mouth shark with some grill, so it looks a lot better than it did. But it looks nearly identical to what we saw in the Proto Z, which is a wonderful thing. You can see a little marker here for reflectors, a little keyhole, an actual keyhole on the badge or next to the badge on the back. So how amazing would it be if this actually had a real ignition? I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm sure it's not a turnkey ignition. I'm sure it's push button, but you still have the key option. Or maybe that's the camera. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. That could very well be the backup camera and not the keyhole. Ooh, a large, lovely, sexy radar sensor down here at the bottom, which I wonder how that would work with the manual transmission. Of course, it wouldn't be able to be full speed radar cruise control. So definitely more useful in the automatic version. And then you see little sensors here underneath the lights for parking sensors. So pretty nifty there. And I just love the profile image of the new Z. Love how long and low it looks, like a spearhead, you know? I think it looks amazing. I'm a big fan of it, and I think that grill insert is definitely going to help the look compared to that blacked out black hole of a grill that we had with the Proto Z. So guys, I'll leave it there. Interestingly, before I let you go, I don't see any mirrors on the vehicle. So yeah, no mirrors. I'm sure the mirrors might depend on the market it's going to be sold in. I'm not quite sure on that. Maybe in Japan they sell it without mirrors and they have digital mirrors. I don't know. I doubt it. But guys, I'll leave it there. What do you think about the fines? Did I get too fired up today? I mean, I just love seeing money going to the government, and we'll never know what it's for. But I'll see you down in the comments. I just think the whole thing's ridiculous. $180 million, and they weren't even like cheating. They weren't even cheating. They just were like a little late on the paperwork, or they didn't hand in, you know, the field report or whatever on potential defects in their systems. And guys, I will leave it there. Stay warm. As you guys saw, it's a blizzard. Most of you are not in a blizzard. I'm just in the middle of the frozen tundra here in Nebraska this time of year. And I got a pop filter. Has nothing to do with the blizzard, but I felt like sharing. You guys have been telling me, hey, you need a pop filter because you're blowing up my subwoofer. So apologize. Hopefully this helped. And I don't want to destroy any more houses by shaking them down to the ground by not using a pop filter subwoofer sounds. I'm going to shut up, guys. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, smash the like button, subscribe if you're not, because I will continue to bring you guys the latest in Japanese, Korean, a little bit of EVs as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.